Hi, I'm Michael Josephson, and I want to talk to you about what I think is the most important program in the United States today, the Character Counts program. It's an opportunity to bring your community together, to bring your schools, to bring your sports organizations together in a common goal to help your children be safe and healthy, to help them become more happy, and most important in some ways is to help them be good. The fact of the matter is we can't assume in today's society that young people are getting all of the moral education that they need. You may be doing your job at home and probably are, but the fact of the matter is there are all kinds of influences which encourage young people to take shortcuts, and there are all kinds of dangerous influences around, and we need them to make good choices. I know I have 5 children myself, and I'm very anxious that they make good choices. And the key about Character Counts is to find a way to give the schools and to give their sports programs and give all of the communities a way of specifying and then implementing a program designed to help instill in young people the kinds of values that'll help them live these better lives. The key behind Character Counts is a framework of shared values. It's non-political, it's not religious, and it's not anti-religious. It's not conservative, it's not liberal. They're shared values that anyone can adopt, and that's why there are over 5 million kids involved in Character Counts, and thousands of schools, and major organizations like the YMCA and the Boys and Girls Clubs and the Little League and the American Youth Soccer Organization, because it's a common framework that you can build an incredible program on. The beginning point of any effective character development initiative is to have some idea what we mean by character. What are the characteristics you want? You know, we decided that in a special meeting in Aspen, Colorado, and we developed what's called the 6 pillars of character. But you know, when I do a parents' meeting, I help develop it immediately by a simple question. If you could interview the children who are going to date and marry your own children someday, what characteristics are important to you? What is really essential to you in the people that are going to be with those you really love? Almost universally, we get things like trustworthiness. How can you imagine your children having an enduring, meaningful relationship with someone they don't trust? Secondly, you're going to hear about respect. Can you imagine your children having a meaningful, happy relationship with someone that doesn't treat them with respect, or with someone they can't respect themselves? Responsibility. Isn't responsibility a critical part of any enduring relationship? People do what they say they'll do. They're accountable. They have a sense of duty and effort and a pursuit of excellence. And of course, there's always caring. How can you have a good relationship without sensitivity and compassion and empathy and caring? And there's also, of course, the issue of fairness. We've got to try to be fair everywhere in all the places that we can. And there's even the concept of citizenship, the idea that even within a family, you're a citizen to do your own share. Now, these 6 values form an easy acronym called TRRFCC, TRRFCC. Trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship. And that's the first basic anchor of any Character Counts program, that common framework. It's not a simple curricula. It's a framework that can be used in every context. But you also need a delivery mechanism, and one of the ways in which Character Counts enhances your ability to really make these values real in your community is a simple delivery system we use another acronym for called TEAM. It stands for Teach, Enforce, Advocate, and Model. And it reminds us to be proactive and purposeful and attentive about ways in which we are sure that young people understand what it means to be trustworthy. What does it look like? What does it mean to be respectful, fair, and caring? We've got to teach those values explicitly at every age level in an age-appropriate way. Secondly, we've got to enforce it. We can't just talk about these rules and not follow it up. We've got to have reinforcements, both positive and negative, so that young people know these values are real and meaningful. We also have to advocate it. We have to make it clear that it is better and more important to live these 6 pillars than any other choice. And we want to urge them to adopt these 6 pillars as a means to a better life. And finally, we've got to model it. You know, there's a story about this young father who comes home and he sees his kid has this wonderful set of magic markers, all different colors, and he says to his son, "These are terrific, son. Where'd you get them?" He says, "I took them from school. I needed them for a report." Father says, "Are you allowed to do that?" He says, "Not really, but it's a stupid rule. I'll return them when I'm done." And the father's outraged, and he says, "Son, I can't believe you did that. That's against everything I ever taught you. If you needed them so badly, why didn't you tell me? I would have taken them from the office." You see, modeling is the ultimate and final anchor to the team process. And what Character Counts will do is help all the adults, the teachers, the coaches, and the parents find ways to be more sensitive and proactive and attentive to what they are modeling. Young people can be anything we want them to be. They can be as good as we want them to be. And the fact of the matter is that we can help them become better. And keep in mind, you don't have to be sick to get better. And what Character Counts will do is give a structure to your community that allows it to find ways that it can inculcate these values in virtually every aspect. There are going to be all kinds of people to give you information about Character Counts. We have a website, charactercounts.org, which will answer a lot of your questions, or call us. The fact of the matter is you can change your community. You can change the lives of your children. You can make this world better by deciding that you want to make it better. You know, we suffer today from almost the disease of low expectations. The idea of things are going in the wrong direction, there's nothing we can do about it. Character Counts has proven over and over again that we can do something about it. The data show that behavior changes. We have training programs for teachers and coaches. We have books and materials to support things. We have, of course, posters and other support materials. But they're all designed to do one thing: help you focus your attention on the most important thing in the world, and that is helping your children become happy, but also helping them become safe and healthy, and helping them become good. You know, Teddy Roosevelt said, to educate a child in the mind but not the morals is to educate a menace to society. Help us educate people who are going to make our society better. It can make a huge difference, and I hope you'll do that. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Michael Josephson, and I want to talk to you about getting involved in what I think is a terrific program called Foundations for Life. The nature of the program, it's a terrific way to combine your interest in helping young people read better, think more critically, but also help them design a strategy for their lives that helps them build character. The whole notion behind Foundations for Life is that there's much wisdom, much profound thought in the world that if we can get young people to read and critically think about, it could become the basis of a real strategy for them living a better life. So what we provide in Foundations for Life is a whole set of quotation books that will stimulate young people to think about things they never thought about before. Things like Eleanor Roosevelt's quotation that says, nobody can make you feel inferior without your consent. Or Edmund Burke's statement that says, all that is necessary for evil to triumph is for good people to do nothing. Or Abraham Lincoln's statement that generally a person is about as happy as they're willing to be. Or the one my father hammered into me over and over again, where there's a will, there's a way, where there's not, there's an alibi. The point is, even reading each of these statements gives them an opportunity to connect with certain kinds of truths, universal truths that will help them live better lives and become better people. The Foundations for Life program is easy. It doesn't cost you anything. It just asks you to engage your young people in the process of being proactive and thoughtful about reading the things that people say and have said about what it is to lead a meaningful and purposeful life. We have booklets at each age level so that the quotations are designed to be easily understood at whatever the developmental level is. But the real secret, the real excitement about this is it gives every teacher and every parent who wants to get involved an opportunity to interactively engage young people in a discussion about wisdom, in a discussion about what really works, in a discussion about the kinds of habits and traits they ought to form in order to live better and more meaningful lives. Foundations for Life is a terrific program. It's going to engage your whole school if you will let it do that. Please visit our website if you want more information at charactercounts.org, or I'm sure there are people around you who can tell you more about it. But it is a phenomenal way to get young people to improve their lives and at the same time improve the way they read and improve the way they think. How can you get better than that? Thank you very much. Hi, I'm Michael Josephson, and I'm here with my spiritual mentor, Abraham Lincoln, to talk about a program I'm very proud of and I think that can really help transform your school and maybe even your community. It's called Honor Above All. You know, I think of a story of this man who wakes up in the middle of the night and he's pacing back and forth, and his wife says, "What's the matter?" And he says, "We owe Charlie $10,000. We're supposed to pay him first thing in the morning. We don't have the money. I just don't know what to do." And the wife just immediately picks up the phone and dials and says, "Hello, Charlie. I'm sorry it's so late, but you know that money we owe you? We don't have it. Good night." And she hangs up. And the husband says, "What'd you do that for?" She says, "Look, now it's his problem. Come to bed." Well, you know, our society has a problem about integrity. Our society has a problem about cheating. We see cheating in sports, we see cheating in politics, and we've certainly seen cheating in corporate America. But we also see the root of that cheating is often in the schools all over this country. Statistics and surveys show that between 60 and 70% of all young people admit they have cheated on an exam at least once in the past year. We also know that plagiarism is common, and very sophisticated methods of cheating are now possible with cell phones and other electronic devices. The point is, however, not to simply combat cheating, but to promote integrity. You know, the word integrity comes from the Latin root that is the same root as integer, which means wholeness or togetherness. And the idea of integrity is that there's a consistency or a wholeness between words, acts, and beliefs. The idea of honor above all is to promote integrity, to promote the notion of honor, the same notion that was underlying the commitment of the signers of the Declaration of Independence when they made the most serious commitment they could when they said, "And we pledge our sacred honor." For a long, long time now, schools have thrown up their hands as if they're helpless in the face of this torrent of pressure for young people to cheat. And we've created what I call the disease of low expectations. We're not even shocked now when young people cheat. We even see important stories about schools that have been cheating on exams and the like. This has got to stop. We've got to restore to this country the notion of integrity and honor. And this is a program that can do it. It can do it gracefully. It can do it easily. It involves and engages the students as part of it. It's not something that's done to them. It's done with them. All the tools you could want, from directions and instructions on how to give better exams and reduce the likelihood of cheating, to how to conduct discussions about honor and integrity, and how to create an environment that promotes this kind of behavior based on trustworthiness and sheer and scrupulous honesty. It's all there. There's even banners, including one huge banner where kids can sign up and pledge to be committed to a life of honor. This is a good way, a healthy way, an easy way, a costless way for you to make a positive difference in your school and community. Please think about and find out about honor above all and make it part of your school environment. Thank you very much.